Hey everybody, this is Tony from Werewolf Entertainment, and today we're going to be playing against an Archaludon EX deck with my Greninja Toolbox. Alright, so today's game is going to be hosted at my local game store, Roundtable Games. I've been going there for a while. I just started recording my stuff, so yeah, just more to come. We both mulligan our first hand, which is nice because I don't want him to be up in the hand size to start the game off. So we'll each draw a new 7 here. Alright, taking a look at my hand, getting everything in order. You're going to see some interesting text I put in here because I ran into some problems against Gholdengo and Archaludon, stuff like that. So I tucked in a couple cards here, which I'll get to showcase here in this video. So we do the fist bump, flip everything over. So I was able to start off with a Pidgey and Froakie, and then also that Toedscool up there, who evolves into the Toedscruel that's going to help me out later on. So my opponent chose to go first. Starts off with the Nest Ball and an Archaludon in the active. A Duraludon in the active, I'm sorry. So seeing that he played a Nest Ball first kind of shows me that his hand isn't great, but we'll see. Let's kind of just waiting to see what he grabs. So he grabs a Varoom, so he has the Revaroom draw engine that he's trying to work with. It's a great engine, by the way, especially in a steel deck already. It's really good. Alright, see if he has anything else to bench here. Because I feel like if he did, he would have benched it already. And yeah, so he's just going to pass. Alright, so I'll draw my card. I'll go for the Nest Ball here. You can see that Lillie's Clefairy in there that is in there in case I come up against Raging Bolt or Dragapult. Taking a look through my deck here just to see what we have prized and what isn't. So I go for the monkey because that's a big part of the way that I play Greninja. Greninja's Shinobi Blade only swings for 170. It's not a whole lot of damage, so if I can move 3 damage counters and swing for 200, a lot of times that will work too. Sorry, those are my cameras. Trying to think about what I'm going to do here. I wasn't going to Iono, but I also don't want him to have a great start. Right, so we shuffle our hands, draw a new 6. Alright, then pretty sure I got a little bit more to work with here, so I'm making some more space on my bench. Get a Nest Ball again off the Iono draw. So I'm getting all the basics I need, which is nice. I have the Pidgey for the Pidgeot. I have the Toedscool for the Toedscruel that's gonna prevent my opponent from pulling anything from the graveyard into his hand. Got my Froakie for the Greninja. Got my monkey to move some damage, and the Fez just in case next turn he's able to swing and knock out Pidgey. Alright, so I just go for the Boomerang Energy attach here, and I'm going to call for family for another basic. Doesn't do any damage, but it does help me fill up my bench. And if I recall, I think I'll go for another Froakie there. Man, shout out to these Dragon Shield sleeves, they shuffle so easily. Alright, and after the attack obviously is a pass, so let's see what my opponent has to work with here. Alright, he benches the Relicanth. So that's going to be for when he evolves into Archaludon, he can use Duraludon's attack, I think it's called like Hammer In or something like that. Right, he plays the Stadium, the Full Metal Lab or Metal Lab, Ultra Ball. He ditches the Fez and the Steel Energy, which he needs in the discard pile for when he evolves to Archaludon. He can recycle that energy. Alright, he goes for the Duraludon. I think he sees that I'm kind of getting everything on my bench that I need, and his start is a little bit slow, so he went for the Archaludon, evolves it even though there's only one energy in the discard. He's not able to attack this turn. Actually, he can use Relicanth's Memory Dive and use Duraludon's attack for one energy if he wanted to. He researches away a Superior Energy Retrieval, so tells me his hand wasn't great either. Alright, he benches another Duraludon and a Nest Ball to go back in. I notice he's starting to move a lot of his Pokemon and stuff, so I really got to get going next turn. It's the Scyther, which tells me he has the Scizor. Alright, getting a shuffle. Alright, it's going to Vessel away a boss, which, and his hand really must have some decent stuff in there, because just to get rid of a boss is not ever really something you want to do. You're going to go for the 2 Steel Energies. We got the attach for turn. We're gonna Night Stretcher. He's gonna try to grab the energy. Oh, no, he grabs the Fez. Alright, so now he has enough energy to use the Duraludon attack with Relicanth. Does some damage to Pidgey and passes. Alright, so drawn to an Arven, which is nice, because that's really what I needed to get into. This turn I'm hoping to evolve either Froakie or Pidgeot. Alright, so I grabbed the Lucky Helmet, which is one of the things I teched in there, and a Rare Candy. So Lucky Helmet is nice because anytime the Pokemon it's attached to takes any damage, you're able to draw 2 cards, and we all know draw power is just the heart of any deck, so really good thing to tech in there. You guys will eventually see this deck has a lot of search power, right? It's just Greninja Shinobi Blade is able to search, Pidgeot is able to quick search. Alright, I attached the Lucky Helmet onto Pidgey, because I know he's going to swing and attack next turn. Attach for turn on my Froakie to get ready for Greninja. Alright, and I'm just going to pass. This Pidgey needs 2 energies in order to use its Gust attack, so I wasn't able to get that off this turn. Alright, he plays the Pokegear. And he went for the Turo. Turo is good because he knows I'm not going to be able to one-shot Archaludon, so he knows that Greninja is what my main attacker is, so I can swing for 170 and he can pick it up before it gets knocked out next turn. Good planning by him. Alright, so my board's not great right now, but I have pretty much everything I need. He evolved the Scyther into Scizor there. He gets that third energy onto Archaludon. And now he's going to start attacking. Alright, so he attacked the Pidgey for the knockout. I go down a prize. Lucky Helmet activates and lets me draw 2 cards. I go for a leap of faith here and I promote the Froakie. I know I have the candy in hand, I just need to draw into a Greninja, so there's the 2 for the Lucky Helmet, and the 3 for the Flip the Script. And I believe I draw into one of the Greninjas I need right now. Yeah, there we go. Candy, Greninja. Right, so I'm able to attack now, which is nice. And he's not able to one-shot me anymore. Alright, so now I'm able to do my Shinobi Blade, get my search, and really get this engine going. I lost the Pidgey, which doesn't give me access to the Pidgeot, which is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world. Right, so that's the Sparkling Crystal to the other Froakie, just to get ready for to prime another Greninja. Play the Arven here. And I think the nice thing about having the Greninja also is that the main reason I use it is to just get ready for next turn, right? So I'm attacking for 170, but I'm also prepping for next turn by being able to search for whatever I need. So I know, if my opponent has something on the bench that I want to get to, I can Shinobi Blade, hit for 170, search for a boss, and then gust up whoever I want next turn. I can search for a candy if I have, another evolution in my hand. It's really good, really good. All right, so I go for the Ultra Ball here and the TM Evo. I'm not going to need the TM Evo, so I'm going to Ultra Ball away the Evo. And I believe another energy. Yes. Alright, so what I'm going to here. You see what I search into here. Don't really remember what I search into. Okay, Toedscruel, there we go. Because I know he has those other benched Duraludons. I don't want him to be able to pull any energy from the graveyard into his hand, at least. The discard pile into his hand. So getting the Toedscruel so that way he can't put anything from the graveyard into his hand. The only way he'd be able to recycle any energy is with the Archaludon ability. Alright, so I'll evolve the Toedscool into Toedscruel, cutting off his access to anything on in the discard pile. Right, I Vessel, well, you can't see under there, but I Vesseled away, I think it was another energy. Alright, so I have a Greninja that's ready to attack, a Froakie that's ready to attack as well. So I don't need any more water energy, right? But I want to get this Munkidori online, so I fetch a Dark Energy and a Psychic Energy. The Psychic is in there just for the Clefairy, Lillie's Clefairy. But I'm not going to need it this match, so more of just a card for me to get rid of if I need to, but not a water energy that I need to attack. So I attach for turn a Munkidori, and I attack Shinobi Blade 170. It's actually 140 because of the stadium. Alright, so I still get my search. I know a lot of people say that Greninja is just underwhelming because of his Mirage Barrage attack, which you snipe 2 Pokemon for 120 each, and you discard 2 energies on him. But people just seem to forget that a 1 energy, 170 attack that gives you a search is, I feel like, very valuable. A lot of people sleeping on it. I'm not really sure what I grab here. I don't really remember. It might have been the other Greninja. Let's just start getting one ready. Alright, so board's looking a little bit better, right? If you gust something up, it attacks it. That's fine. I'll still have my Greninja. He can't one-shot my Greninja that's in the active. He can't put anything from the graveyard into his hand. So looking pretty good. Alright, he Ionos, which gets rid of the Greninja I just searched for. So I get a fresh 6 here, hoping I get something usable. He thought that I had knocked something out already, but he was the one that knocked out my Pidgey. I didn't knock out anything of his yet. Alright, so he's gonna Vessel away a baby Scizor. Trying to get some more energy going. I think he's trying to prep either the Scizor or another Duraludon on the bench. Alright, so see what he has next. So he attaches for turn on the Duraludon. And so again, I'm pretty set up here. I know I'm going to survive one attack at least. So he is going to swing with, I think it's Metal Defender. 220 on my active, which is okay. Alright, so draw for turn. So essentially my next attack is going to be for 200. The Greninja's 170 plus the 30 from Munkidori. Alright, I Rare Candy my second Froakie into my Greninja, which has the Sparkling Crystal attached, so I'm already going to be able to attack with it. Alright, I Adrena Brain over 30 more damage. So I know even with the damage reduction from the stadium, I'm in range to knock him out. Which he's really the only attacker that's ready to go right now, so I'm pretty sure that's what I go for. Alright, so I get another energy onto my Greninja down there. So I know he has a lot of smaller Pokemon on the bench right now, so if I can get a Mirage Barrage off next turn, I can knock out multiple Pokemon. So I go for the Shinobi Blade, I finish off his Greninja. My Greninja finishes off his Archaludon. Alright, so I take 2 prizes and to get my Surge. So I'm sitting in a pretty good spot here because he has his Scizor but doesn't have any energy. He has his Varoom, which he does not have the Revaroom. He hasn't drawn into it yet, so he's not able to draw. Alright, so he's going to boss up the Toedscruel. Alright, time to move my down there. So I have a Greninja on the bench with some damage that can attack. I have a full HP Greninja on the bench. Alright, and play completely went over my head. He played the Night Stretcher. You can't see it, it's off the screen there, but he shouldn't have been able to play the Night Stretcher because of Toedscool's ability. So that Duraludon that he just put on the bench would never have been able to go to his hand, but it's alright, we keep playing because I don't realize it until I start editing the video. Right, he's going to Ultra Ball away, a Scyther, and another Ultra Ball. So he really has to get going here because I have 2 attackers, and he's also worried about me being able to evolve my Pidgey to Pidgeot next turn and getting another search. My board's sitting pretty good. I have the Munkidori primed, ready to go to move some damage. I have the Fez there in case he knocks something out. A Toedscool there that's given, denying his access to his discard pile. 2 Greninjas ready to go and a Pidgey that is ready to be evolved as well. Alright, so he goes for the baby Archaludon. I think next turn is where you're really going to be able to see just the strength of the search power of the deck I made. Alright, so again, he has energy on on the Duraludons on the bench, no energy on the Varoom. So I know this turn I'm not in any danger, right? He's not gonna be able to knock out my Toedscruel. Alright, so he will attach for turn. Alright, and there we go. Candy Pidgeot's. Pidgeot's online, right? And I know what I need to do right now. I have the energy in hand that I need for the Mirage Barrage. Alright, so if I recall what I fetched there, I fetch a Kirin, which I play later on. Right, so Tera Orb, grabbing another Greninja to get him to my hand, so I have it. Sitting pretty good right now, so it can also be used to discard if I have to. And I think my opponent's realizing that I'm going for something big here. Alright, making sure I didn't play a supporter. I didn't. So I'm going to attach for turn. I'm going to move 30 energy onto the Duraludon. Gonna play Kirin. So I'm gonna use his first ability and switch up my Greninja. Going to Mirage Barrage, knock out the Duraludon. And I think I choose to knock out his Varoom since it has the energy. Yeah, they're just saying like, he doesn't have energy. I'm not too worried about it. And okay, no, I decided to put 120 on the Scizor. Alright, and my opponent scoops, right? Because he saw I was built up. I had 2 Greninjas ready to go. And yeah, he just wasn't going to be able to get out of that hole. I also had the Search of the Pidgeot, so a lot of search power really put my opponent on his heels. Alright, and let's go into my final thoughts of the match.
Alright guys, we just finished up day 1 on my journey to regionals, and I played locals at my LGS here, Round Table Games. You'll be able to see it right there, Round Table Games. And I used my Greninja Toolbox deck that I came up with completely by myself right off the rip, so I'm proud of it. But did really well. The first game I played against a Terapagos deck that somebody brought, and he didn't feel comfortable with me recording the gameplay, so I didn't. But I 2-0'd the Terapagos, and then I played against another kid who is there learning. His dad brought him, and he's learning the game first time. He had a Terapagos deck as well. His was a little bit more bare bones Terapagos though. That one, I beat that one too. And I pretty much ended up like coaching him through the gameplay because he wasn't too familiar with playing yet. So I beat that one, and then last match I played against was a oh my gosh, Archaludon. Oh, why? Brain fart. I played against an Archaludon with the big and little Scizor, and I ended up beating that one too. The first game I played against him, I didn't hit the record button. I thought I did, but I'm still getting used to this GoPro, so I guess I got to hit the button harder. But that one didn't record. So the first game we played, it was a pretty close match. I beat him. And then the second game, which I did record, was the gameplay that you had just watched. And yeah, once I got that Toedscruel established, you know, he wasn't able to get any energy out of the discard. His draws were also not great. And so I think me just getting my board established really quickly really threw a wrench in his plans. So it's a good sign. So 3-0 on my first day. And it's not like a League Cup or anything, so I didn't get any packs. But just trying to track the progress of how well my deck is doing, and I'm really proud of it so far. I think a lot of the techs that I added did well. They all serve a purpose. So a great first day, probably as good of a first day as you can have. And yeah, we're just going to keep building. So thanks for joining me on the journey, and hopefully you stick around. Thanks. It's Tony from Werewolf Entertainment. Be safe, but always stay dangerous.